Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Tim Train. I'm your link to the fire within and to God. Alright guys, God said you got power. It doesn't matter what happened in your life, doesn't matter what you believe, what you hear. If you reach this video right here, you have power. You got the power to change anything at any time in your life. You can change right now if you decide to. You just got to decide to. That you hold that power. And you got to have a principle that follows on power. That follows on God, Jesus Christ, follow Ten Commandments. That will guide your principle to prosper. Everything is going to stay the same in this whole world. It doesn't matter what happened in the world. People go crazy. Things going to go. The wind's going to blow. The storm's going to come. Things going to happen. Nothing going to change. Right? Nothing around the world, nothing around you going to change unless you change yourself. Change your mindset. When you change your mindset, everything going to change. Because when you change your mindset, you start doing things differently. A godly life. Then you be prosper. Right? If you don't change your mindset, then you learn from you're trying to go out there and do a quick thing and learn from other human beings. Other human beings, they just messed up as you are. Right? So if you learn from each other, or you have to pay them, then they'll listen to you. To your problem. That's the way it works. You got to change your mindset, or you're gonna pay somebody. Right? That's the way it works. Because they have to survive too. So if they're gonna help you, in turn, you gotta pay them. Right? And at the end of the day, they cannot help you. They can only listen and say things to you, and that's it. And you just got to make up your mind that you want to change. You got to make up your mind, your power that God gave you. You got to make it up that mind. And you got to have a principle to follow. Ten Commandments. Follow God, Jesus Christ, Ten Commandments. Don't know what they'll say. You can go ahead and follow other human. They come with idol. They come with different in your religion, and you can follow them. See, it's not going to work out for you, right? So, follow God, Jesus Christ. All right, another part right here, God wants me to tell you guys. We have lived in the Western world, well, every country, really. We live in a system that created by mankind, right? Well, the reason mankind created a system is to make sure that you don't destroy them, destroy yourself, all right? So they had to put something in place, right? Because as human, we don't we will live like an animal. We don't want to follow law, right? Because we have freedom and we live like an animal. And what we do is we go out there trying to get on other people's face, all kind of stuff like that, right? And fight, you know what I'm saying? And we live like an animal. Intelligent people came in, you know what? We want to fight. We don't want none of these things. So we got to come up with a system where everybody can agree on and live under, right? Because most people don't want to agree on God, live under God. So we got to set our own system. So what happened? They set up something where everybody can agree on, which is money, right? So money, in turn, they set up system. If they set up system and they're gonna maintain a system, they got to get paid. So, reasonably they can get paid to that, but over time, they get greedy, right? And what any human do, right? Unless you don't have the mindset, with God to build to help people, then you become greedy, as mankind, right? So they hold the system, the bank system, so they become greedy. So what happened? They start making money and they become greedy. And and the average people, the working people and stuff like that, they losing money because they don't own the system, right? But now technology came along because for thousands of years we had no choice, right? We cannot communicate each other, unless we follow the system. You know what I'm saying? They have the bank, they have the radio station, they have all these things, right? The system. They were intend to help people, right? But they become greedy over time. Instead, they become where thinking negative and thinking positive to build more and to expand more and help more people, so they become greedy, right? That's human do. If they don't follow God, that's what they do. They become greedy. They become suppressive of other people. They don't want people to prosper because people can prosper without them. Instead, they helping them people prosper and they can prosper, right? I'm sorry about my gun in my mouth. But see, that's the thing that they don't look at. They don't look at say, oh, I can help people prosper and I can prosper as well. But instead, they say, you know what? We want to control everything. We don't want the people to prosper. Then when you don't have the people prosper, what happened? You're not going to prosper. You're going to be stuck, right? And a lot of these rich people don't understand that, right? And that's why we come to the system right now where God has, allowed man to come up with a new system. And that's why they call it decentralized, world, which is because of technology we have now, we're able to do that. Or we don't have the technology, we won't able to do that. Then we still live in an old system where these people control, in a way, they're doing a good thing. In their eye, they're doing a good thing. But in their eye, they don't understand that people are suffering. That the system is not failing, right? And they don't see that, right? And don't see that people are failing. Their system is to continue to fail and stuff like that. It was good for a while there because there's no other choice, right? But today, people have technology, there's technology and other things, so the systems are deteriorating, and they don't know how to fix it, right? So they start trying to control people and trying to limit people from doing that, but they can't. Eventually, they can't, right? So either they learn to adapt with it, or they're gonna fail, right? So, but the new system is allow working people, regular people, to able to store their wealth. And the neat thing about technology is that it's allowed you to do so many things with this one thing. But remember, guys, same thing, decentralized world. There are so many, like it's like a stock market. There's so many companies that you can invest in. To which company that would establish and will, I didn't know this either. But when I was growing up, man, nobody teach me. My parents don't know that, how to start, invest in stocks. So I lived like everybody else, work and go to, and then pay your bill. That's it, right? You don't know how to way to save, right? Unless you know the knowledge, right? You know the knowledge, same thing. You know God, right? Then you can live a good life, right? Same thing. Well, today we're like a stock market, right? They got all these companies you can invest in, so you make a little money. Hopefully, you can make some money, or you know what to do. That you can make a lot of money because that's the way it works. The stock market move up and down, and if you learn the method and you're able to capitalize on that, for most people it's a hard thing to do because it's controlled by big money, right? Big money is like a big shark. They'll leave you to get trapped. There's all these small little sharks trying to go bite, and boom, they get eaten. Same thing with a stock financial system, right? All these little guys trying to make some money, right? They got little money to go in there, boom, the big money eat them all, right? That's the way it works. And sometimes that little small money can learn, and they can make money and run, right? Not all fish get eaten by big fish, right? But the big fish usually eat all the small fish. Same thing, big money eat small money. That's why the stock market and all these market going on, right? But the new, I gotta finish up. But the new, financial systems come in place, whether you like it or not, it's coming, and there's a small window for people to buy some of these things, and eventually people will use it, whether it's $1 million, $1 trillion, a coin or something, that people still want some of it is to store their wealth. You know what I mean? When it playing out, people just want those baseball card. Everybody want a baseball card, right? So we have a baseball card, and people just if they tips up a little bit, they still want to store their wealth in there without losing, right? When people understand that, right? And this is just right here, very important, guy. It's called Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin, right? No other coin. Every other coin is just designed to take your money, right? They control, just like any company, right? They're controlled by people. They can manipulate things, right? The stock market, they can they split the stock, they manipulate things, right? And same thing with any industry, physical now, they can make more gold. There's going to be more material, better than gold one day. You know what I'm saying? Better than silver one day. That's the way it works. There's a lot of material out in the world that we haven't discovered yet. That's way better than gold and better than silver. But the thing is that at the end of the day, Bitcoin is the only one. No Ethereum, no Dogecoin, no none of that. Bitcoin is the only one. There's only one God, right? So if you guys learn something, buy some. You have a lot of money, just buy a little bit at a time. Buy $5, $10, whatever you need to buy, all right? And change your life, guys. Follow God, Jesus Christ, and follow the commandment. Use your power. Have a good day. Bye-bye.